Welcome to Jason on English. Let's look at using ask, questions, and requests. How to use ask. You can use ask for WH questions. What time is it? This question has a WH phrase, what time? You can use ask for yes/no questions. Can you swim? The answers to this question: yes, I can. No, I can't. This is a yes/no question. You can use ask for requests. Could you lend me a pen? Let's look at WH questions first. When you use ask for WH questions, follow this structure. Speaker asked listener, WH, subject, verb. The WH part might be one word or a longer phrase. Usually, the verb at the end of the sentence is changed into a form of past tense, but it depends on the type of sentence and on the situation. For this lesson, don't worry about changing the tense of the verb. Just use the same tense as in the original question. When is the party? This is one word, when. Bob asked me when the party is. You can see in the question we have the order verb, subject. When is the party? When we use ask, we have to use subject, verb. Bob asked me when the party is. What kind of coffee is this? Here we have a longer phrase, what kind of coffee? Bob asked me what kind of coffee this is. Again, we change is this into this is. With do. If the question uses do as a helping word, you should not include it. Be careful if the form of do affects the sentence. Where does Jim live? This question has do. The form is does. Bob asked me where Jim lives. We shouldn't include the do verb, but we have to change the verb form from live to lives in this case. What time did you wake up today? Bob asked me what time I woke up today. In the question, the do verb is past tense, did. When we use ask, we also have to use past tense. Bob asked me what time I woke up today. Now you try. The speaker is Bob. You are the listener. When can you come to my house? When can you come to my house? Bob asked me when I can come to his house. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Bob asked me where I want to go. How many times have you seen the movie? How many times have you seen the movie? Bob asked me how many times I have seen the movie. Moving on to yes/no questions. For yes/no questions, follow this structure. Speaker asked listener if subject verb. The same rules for do apply here. Can you swim? Bob asked me if I can swim. The question has verb subject, can you? But when we use ask, we have to use subject verb, I can. Do you have a pet? Bob asked me if I have a pet. The question uses do, but we should not include it when we use ask. And again, we have do you, that is verb subject, but we don't include the word do. The ending of the sentence, Bob asked me if I have a pet. Now you try. The speaker is Bob. You are the listener. Will you go to the party? Will you go to the party? Bob asked me if I will go to the party. Was Jim good at tennis in high school? Was Jim good at tennis in high school? Bob asked me if Jim was good at tennis in high school. Do you want another piece of pie? Do you want another piece of pie? Bob asked me if I want another piece of pie. Finally, let's look at requests. When you use ask for requests, follow this pattern. Speaker asks listener to verb request. Could you open the window? Bob asked me to open the window. Could you take me to the airport? Bob asked me to take him to the airport. When you're using ask, be careful about words like me. In this case, could you take me to the airport? Me refers to Bob. When I use ask, I should say Bob asked me to take him to the airport. Now you try. The speaker is Bob. You are the listener. Could you help me move the sofa? Could you help me move the sofa? Bob asked me to help him move the sofa. Could you carry one of the boxes? Could you carry one of the boxes? Bob asked me to carry one of the boxes. Could you check my report? Could you check my report? Bob asked me to check his report. We've looked at using ask to make WH questions, yes/no questions, and requests. If you like, please watch the video again and practice making your own sentences using ask. Be careful of the differences between WH, if, and the request situation. Thank you for watching.